I'm Dan Higgins, an enterprise editor at the Buffalo News, and I'm here with my colleague Deidre Williams, a reporter who recently completed a project about the persistent and growing issue of homelessness in Western New York. She has a story collaborating with photographer Joed Vieira coming out this weekend in the Buffalo News. Deidre, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So first of all, can you tell me a little bit about what you learned about homelessness as an issue, especially as it pertains to Erie County and City of Buffalo and Western New York?
One of the things that I found that was very surprising to me is that homelessness is very pervasive, not just in the city, although it is in the city, but also less urban places like Orchard Park, which had a homeless encampment that police actually had to go in and remove. Also, Jamestown is another place. It's still a city, but it's not quite as urban as Buffalo. So that was very interesting to me that it's all over Erie County. I think the average Buffalonian would be surprised to learn there are homeless encampments all over the place.
Places that you don't really see
that you don't see from the street. And that was the benefit of Joed and I going out into the community.
Right. People often think of homelessness as an urban problem. I'm really interested in the reporting you did about the encampment in Orchard Park, which people from Western New York think of Orchard Park as a wealthier community. And in many respects, it certainly is. The largest homeless populations would be in the city of Buffalo. I think that's safe to say, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me about some of the individuals you encountered or some of the stories that you learned when you were out there reporting in the streets?
One of the biggest things I found is any one of us could be a paycheck or two away from homelessness. That's what I found with a lot of the people, particularly in Buffalo. From COVID, they lost a job, or affordable housing, they lost their home. You know, they were without one or two paychecks, which meant they couldn't pay their rent or their mortgage. And then here they are out on the street. There was a woman, middle-aged. She and her son, they became homeless because the woman's husband, his name was on the lease for the apartment. He got cancer and had to go into the hospital. So she was not able to keep up with the apartment payment. So they became homeless. What touched me about her story is that she said that she was reluctant. She rarely went to visit her husband in the hospital who's being treated for cancer because she felt bad. She thought she smelled bad.
Oh.
Yeah, that was rough. She did not want to go visit her husband because she knew she smelled bad. And that was hard. That was hard.
What is the local government response to homelessness in your reporting?
Sean Ryan in particular, Mayor Sean Ryan, he just came on board at the beginning of the year, but we did have a conversation before he took office. I think it was like in December, about this is one of the things that you're going to have to deal with. He did not have a handle on it at that point, but he did say once he got into office that he wants to work with all the stakeholders, police, business owners, homeowners, just everyone to try to find out, and homeless advocates and groups that help homeless people, to try to find out why people are homeless and what is needed to get them out of homelessness.
How big is the homeless problem in Western New York, and how do we know?
It can be difficult to measure homelessness, and that is because people are mobile and their situations can be temporary or hidden. But the Homeless Alliance of Western New York estimates more than 900 people in all of Erie County are homeless. Of that, most are in Buffalo. About 754 were in Buffalo as of last August.
Deidre Williams, reporter for the Buffalo News, thank you very much for reporting and writing this story and working with me on it. It's really well done, and I can't wait for our readers to see it and give them something to think about. I'm Dan Higgins in the Buffalo News newsroom. You can pick up a copy of Deidre's story in the paper this weekend or anytime online at buffalonews.com.